play? And the answer is we'll see. So based on the medical report that we have, Josh is day-to-day.
Bills facing the 7-1 Vikings this weekend. Josh Allen not practicing on Wednesday. Probably a good thing, says ESPN analyst Tim Hasselbeck.
UCL injury for a thrower is not a, tough it out through the injury. It is literally, you have to be completely pain-free. Otherwise, you risk significant damage to the UCL, which then, quite honestly, could end up being career-altering for a thrower. In baseball, UCL injuries lead to Tommy John surgery. And throwing a lighter ball, many players, are better after UCL injury. That's typically not the case throwing a heavier ball in football. And there's not a long list of guys that have come off of the injury. So in terms of, I guess, the plan for, Josh Allen being healthy when it matters the most, I think you have to take a long-range career perspective on this, not a 2022 season perspective on this for Josh Allen.
If Josh Allen can't go, Buffalo would turn to 34-year-old Case Keenum. Patrick Mahomes saying yesterday his arm's feeling fine after he set franchise records for pass attempts and completions last weekend in the comeback win over the Titans. He completed 43 of his 68 passes. Then there's the Commanders. The Washington, D.C. Attorney General has a press conference today saying it's a major announcement related to the team. The team issuing a statement in response and pushed back on the, quote, out-of-control violent crime in D.C., and then referenced the shooting of their running back, Brian Robinson, from earlier this summer. Earlier on ESPN Radio, our Chris Canty.
For their team to issue a statement putting Brian Robinson Jr. at the forefront of it to try to deflect away from what's been going on with this franchise and the culture under Dan Snyder for the past 2 decades is absolutely ridiculous. And here's the thing, Carlin. We have no idea what the Attorney General is going to announce. But they do. They have an idea. So let's let the facts that the Attorney General is coming out with speak for themselves, and then we'll go from there.
The D.C. Attorney General's office has been investigating the Commanders for more than 6 months. So has the Virginia Attorney General over the alleged financial improprieties. Meanwhile, the U.S. Attorney's Office in Virginia has also opened a criminal investigation into the allegations. That'll do it for SportsCenter All Night. I'm Jay Reynolds. It's Thursday, November 10th, birthday of Mike McCarthy. The Cowboys coach is 59 today. Will Odell Beckham Jr. land in Dallas? Will Aaron Rodgers be able to get past the Cowboys this weekend? Key, Jay, and Max have all that coming up. They're next. It's ESPN Radio.
Coming up next, Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max on ESPN Radio and ESPN2.
Hi, Sarah. I'm sorry I'm late. The traffic is crazy.
Yeah, it is. And it doesn't help that gas prices have skyrocketed. I can't believe how much it costs for gas now.
Everyone's talking about how much gas is, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Upside app, and I get cash back for every gallon of gas I buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid real cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yeah, real cash every time I buy gas.
What? That sounds like it could really add up.
I've made around $200 already.
Wow, that's serious extra money. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TANK99 for an extra 25 cents per gallon cash back in your first fill-up. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TANK99 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus in your first tank. That's code TANK99 for 25 cents per gallon cash back in your first fill-up. Cashback's not available in gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Dancing crew, trip for 2, nailed the final interview. Game with Doug, brand new mug. Come here, kid, give me a hug. The more you want to do, the more we want to do. Boosters designed for COVID-19 variants are now available. If you've had your primary series, schedule an updated COVID-19 booster appointment as soon as you're eligible. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
Yellowstone, television's #1 show, returns on Paramount Network.
I, John Dudley, do solemnly swear to uphold the Constitution of the state of Montana against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
Featuring an all-star cast led by Academy Award winner Kevin Costner.
The invasion is over.
They will fight you dirty.
Is there any other way?
As the Dutton family fights to protect their legacy, they'll learn power has a price.
Signing this is a declaration of war.
We're already at war.
Yellowstone returns Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern for an epic 2-hour premiere event exclusively on Paramount Network.
It's Pro Time, which means at Lowe's, you're invited to enjoy a Lowe's Pro Happy Hour. Kick back with free Pepsi Cola drinks and Frito-Lay snacks. Plus, earn 3 times bonus points per dollar on purchases of select Pepsi products. Come into Lowe's and get the full MVP treatment at Pro Happy Hour on November 17th from 2 to 5 p.m. While supplies last. Bonus points offer valid 10/27 through 12/8. Calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts, if any. See Lowes.com/L/pro loyalty terms.
Every drive starts somewhere. For First Trust Bank, our drive started in Philadelphia and continues to this day. As Philly's hometown bank for more than 85 years, we know this city's people. We understand their passions, and we work our tails off to help them reach their goals every day. Because Philadelphia dreams deserve a Philadelphia bank. First Trust Bank, the official bank of the Philadelphia Eagles. Member FDIC.
Anywhere fans go to cheer on their team, there are behind-the-scenes MVPs, ensuring everything is game day ready. We see you, Joe, fixing seats so every fan can enjoy every game. And Allie, who keeps her stadium running smoothly from the moment the first game starts to the last play of the season. At Grainger, you're our MVPs, and we're always here for you with supplies and solutions for every industry and 24/7 customer support. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
97.5 The Fanatic is an equal opportunity employer and is dedicated to performing broad outreach to fill job vacancies at the station. We seek the help of local community organizations in referring qualified applicants to our station. Community organizations that wish to receive our job postings should contact the Fanatic's business office by calling 610-771-9750. We also encourage listeners to visit bbgi.com, where you'll find an online listing of job openings at Beasley Media Group, LLC. WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Good morning. Thought I'd help you wake up.
It's 6 a.m. and you're listening to The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Let the party begin!
The show starts now.
Yes, it does. The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. Starting your Thursday morning, our 6 a.m. hour brought to you by our friends at Bradford White Water Heaters. Bradford White is here for the pro. Good day yesterday. It was stretch zone day, Bob, so did the stretch.
Sweet.
Then did a massage. Took one of my last year's Christmas gifts and finally cashed it in. And got a massage. I felt like a Kardashian yesterday.
You look like one too.
It was really please, don't tell me that. Which one, Rob or Chris?
I couldn't. You could throw 8 Kardashians in front of me, and I wouldn't even know they were Kardashians. It's pretty cool when you get massages or whatever it is, how much better you feel. Yeah. My first massage I got was probably 10 years ago, and I was walking to the parking lot with my wife. I was like, oh my God, I feel 10 pounds lighter.
It's unbelievable.
It feels so good. Now I got this thing going on, and I'm getting a neck massage twice a week or 3 times a week. Yeah, it does wonders. For those of you suffering out there a little bit, go make yourself feel better.
And I got to tell you, Stretch Zone is doing wonders.
Good.
Absolutely doing wonders.
Christina says it works for her, too.
Is that what are you, Frank Thomas?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a Frank Thomas ad. In the Mind Bender this morning, Coach says 600 of these were sampled. 2,368 different species of bacteria were found in them. What is it? 600 of these were sampled.
I'll say sneakers. That was the first thing that came to my mind.
I'll say cell phones.
Yeah, I think cell phones was the
that's
obvious
not bad.
one. But I will go with a dog's mouth.
Ooh.
Ew.
Ooh.
Ugh. Yuck.
All right, Coach.
Again, tremendous answers from the three of you.
None of us got it.
None of them are correct. How about
none of them is correct.
The belly button?
What? 2,368 different species of bacteria?
That is correct.
Now, wait a minute. If someone has an Audi, they can't have that. Not an Audi. An Outie.
Why? Because bacteria can't get in an Audi?
Well, no, it's the Audi is
no, that's not true. Because there are different, if you look at it,
there's crevices.
Crevasses?
Yeah.
I have never, we do not have any Audis in our bloodline.
I really have never asked anybody about their innie or outie preference.
No, but
on
you
there.
haven't seen it.
I don't look. I don't ask.
Wait a minute. Well, you know what your kids are.
No, I really don't.
You
I
never
assume they're all
saw. You
innies.
never changed a diaper of your child.
I've changed over 10,000 diapers,
Okay.
John.
Well, then how would you not
I guess
know?
they have innies then, or outies.
They have
they're all
innies.
innies. All right.
You would notice.
You
if it
just
was
said
an
your whole
outie.
family, though. I thought you meant like relatives.
Oh,
You
no,
sit
no,
around
no.
and talk about your
I
innie
couldn't
and your outie.
do that. I'm talking about the family. We don't have
No,
an outie.
not all my kids have innies.
Pat, any outie in your family in
not
the
that I
Egan
know
line?
Not that I know of.
Coach, any outies?
No.
Nah.
But the umbilicus is the what?
What did
Hey,
just say?
yeah, you better talk
umbilicus.
slowly there,
What
Coach.
did
It's a
you
clinical term for the
Oh.
belly button.
Yes, because
Umbilicus.
that's where your umbilical cord
Now, if
comes.
they cut the umbilical cord wrong, does that mean is that what happens for outies?
I don't know. I remember doctors giving me something and say, "Do you want to cut the umbilical cord?"
I
And I was
did.
like,
I did. I
"Isn't
cut
there
it.
somebody more qualified to do this?"
You really didn't cut it?
No, I was good.
I cut it.
Nah.
Pat, did you cut the umbilical
Hell
cord?
no.
Really?
I'm not a doctor.
They offer you to do it. It's
I
not a
don't care if they
doctor
offer me to
thing.
do what.
Yeah.
So I'm paying them to do what?
Did you keep any of the umbilical cord fluid?
Stop it right there. No.
People are having breakfast.
No, they do
No.
that. It's very, very good in case
I didn't do
potentially.
it. I guess what? I kept the little thing that popped out of my wife, and they're still there for 20-some
And
years.
no
They're
matter
still
how-
around.
no matter how much
I
you
don't
try
need
to get rid of
anything to
them.
remind me that they're there. They're there every freaking day, right in front of my face. I had a dream last night. No, actually, it was this morning. So you know how you and I talked about this yesterday, John? How you'll wake up maybe a half hour before the alarm clock goes off, and then
Okay.
you're, back.
Drift back.
So I woke up about a half hour before the alarm, went back to sleep, and I had a dream that I cursed twice on air, but one of the times was with Anthony in the room, and I cursed twice. And after it happened, Chuck D'Amico and Coach, they came and they're like, "You are on very, very thin ice here." And I woke up like, wait, oh my God, I was nervous.
You're on effing thin ice here.
Yeah, but thank God it was only a dream.
Oh my gosh.
So I got to watch my mouth today.
I am concerned because in a dream last night, I had a conversation with a very old man that I know who is alive. And
if
I'm
he's an
saying
old man and you know him, I hope he's alive.
No, he's a very old man and he's alive, and I worry that maybe I was having the dream and he's going to go.
Yeah, you're thinking too much about this.
I hope not. Hope that's not the case. Love you, Walter.
Jeez, I hope he's not listening.
He's not listening.
Okay.
Bradford White water heaters are here for the pro. Bradford White is amazing. All right. The Eagles do have a game on Monday Night Football. We have to wait till Monday night. I got to tell you, this is a relentless wait. There's been too much Eagles time off. And after the Phillies, I need the Eagles back. And I saw our young Ray Dunn yesterday talking about it, that here at the station, just this gap between Eagle games is too much. It's like, I want to get back on the horse as a Philly sports fan with stuff that's of more desperate nature, not game 10 of an NBA season or game 15 of an NHL season. It's not the same. Carson Wentz returns Monday night. Now, I do not believe that a thank you to Carson Wentz is in order, like, here's on the Jumbotron, welcome Carson Wentz back. But I do feel like I want to give him one anyway. I know he begged out. I know he told at his introductory press conference that the people here in Indianapolis, who he'd not really even met yet, were more his type of people, which I thought was a backhanded slap at all of us. But I also know this, and I'll never forget it, that we never would have seen a parade without him. And that Nick Foles never could have won those 11 games, gotten us home field advantage, played all year, and done what he did. I believe there should be some sort of acknowledgement when Carson Wentz returns on Monday, but I don't know what is appropriate. And I have two theories, Bob. One, that the Eagles may think, screw him, he doesn't deserve any kind of like public on the Jumbotron acknowledgement. Or two, the Eagles think enough of him to say we're going to spare him because this might not go well if we give him acknowledgement on the Jumbotron. I can't think of another reason, but I do believe he is a critical part of the story of the Philadelphia Eagles franchise, a major part of it.
Oh, yeah. He was MVP of the league before he got hurt. I mean, that's how good he was. And for people that don't remember how good of a player he was that year, go back and look at the highlights.
It was unbelievable.
And I don't say that in a way like, go look at the highlights. I say it in an honest way because I did it this summer, and it surprised me when I went back and remembered how good he was in that season before he got hurt out in Los Angeles. He was so special that year. Yeah, the begging out, that hurts. The way it all happened, that hurts. But you know what? I try to say this to my kids all the time. If you try to do the right thing and it turns out to be wrong, you're not wrong. I'm not saying show a video highlight or anything like that, but probably a little acknowledgement because you know what? You're 8-0, and your franchise is pretty much number one in the NFL. Things worked out terrifically for you. If he came back and this team was, floundering and they didn't have a quarterback yet and all of those things were going on, sure, you totally ignore him. But I don't know. Maybe you show him on the sideline and say,
like during a TV timeout or
Carson
something.
Wentz, everybody, How
do you think it would go, Pat?
I don't know.
If they did what Bob just suggested, they're like, it's a TV timeout. They show Carson Wentz on the sideline and say, thank you, Carson, or just put him up on the board. Thank you, Carson.
Or just put his numbers up. Maybe not even, sorry to interrupt you, maybe not a thank you, just Carson Wentz.
2017.
Yeah, 2017 numbers.
Super Bowl champion.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, real quick, you guys are assuming that he makes the trip. A lot of times.
He was on the sideline for last week's game, so I believe he'll be there.
Okay, well, then he probably will be there. You're right. So let's continue this conversation.
He was helping Taylor Heineke a little bit. So.
I'd be all for a video highlight because ultimately, you nailed it. Like, they don't win the Super Bowl without him. And if you show highlights from that Super Bowl, I don't think anyone's going to have a problem with it. Mainly because
how about his highlights?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mainly because they are 8-0 and because no one's terrified of Taylor Heineke and because this should be a 9-0 week. You know what I mean? So I think when you look at it, your fans are going to be giving him crap all game.
And he's going to almost expect that, right?
I think he probably will, yeah. But at the end of the day, if you show a little video package during a break, I don't think anyone's going to have a problem with it.
Do you think it would be met with not overwhelming, would it be met with the majority of fans being in a positive response or negative? I believe positive.
Probably,
because
like I said.
Because of where we're sitting now.
Yeah, everything's good now. I don't know if I'd go video highlight, though. I think that's a little too much.
I think just a short little package of the Rams touchdown that he scored to win when he got injured, and then a couple other big passes, and just
I might show him on the sideline and then say 2017 stats.
Super Bowl champion.
And Super Bowl champion. That's it. I wouldn't elongate it into highlights and stuff like that because you just give the fans a little bit more of a chance to. But after that, I think he'll be unknown. I think he'll be on the sidelines like he was with the Eagles. He didn't talk to anybody on the sidelines. He wasn't real vocal or noticeable on the sidelines. I think he'll stay with a hat on, and it's going to be cold, so he'll be bundled up. He's not going to be noticeable over there. So, I thanks. That's it. It's like shaking hands with somebody that you used to work with that you might not still like. You're going to be nice. You're going to go out and say, "Hey, good to see you." Boom, and move on.
And then move on.
That's it. Hey, good to see you.
Is it worth it? Am I being too sentimental?
No. I mean, I think if you just put his stats up, people might think it's the 50-50. So I think you have to put a video highlight package. But
that is the truth.
I also wonder, too, I mean, and this is like a minor thing with this, but how much of it is to show what kind of organization you are? That this guy kind of, I don't want to say torpedoed,
on the way out the door,
I mean, and you're showing thanks to him. And for a team in the Washington Commanders that has controversy surrounding them, they aren't a destination of play. If you're looking at a potential free agent, and you've got a couple offers, let's say, and the Eagles are one of them. I'm not saying it's the deciding factor. It's probably not even top 5, but it might stick in the back of your mind of, man, they treat their players the right way when they leave.
And it's a Monday night game.
Yep.
Where everybody in the country that would be acknowledged.
Yes.
When they came back, Troy Aikman and Joe Buck would talk about it and would say, wow, they acknowledged Carson Wentz, and that would be met. I think that would be met positively.
Yeah,
around things.
I don't think you can ignore it. I don't think you have to go overboard.
Right.
You do the right thing. He screwed us over. We're thankful for what he did. So, like I said, it's the handshake. Hey, good to see you. and move on.
So I go and read the I'm doing some stuff, trying to do some research for tomorrow and Monday, getting ready for our Monday night pregame show live from Victory Beer Hall on the Commanders. And they had on their website, they have the banner ad for 2023 season tickets. And Taylor Heineke,
I saw that.
Taylor Heineke is on it.
Oh, is he really?
Now, Carson Wentz is not under contract. So maybe there's a reason they can't use him. Maybe there's something. Maybe I'm reading too much into this.
Is Heineke?
Heineke's on. Yeah, Heineke, I believe, is under, if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, it was, or something. I'm just trying to read into it.
Yeah.
Why you'd put Taylor Heineke is like, and you wouldn't put Carson Wentz. But I think Carson is reading the tea leaves and checking that out.
Well, he's got to be careful now. He's got this.
No, he's done
not
after
a good
this year.
reputation. Yeah, and it's I don't know where he's going to wind up, and maybe he doesn't care. Maybe he's happy with where he is in life, and whether he plays football again or not, we'll see.
Is there any chance he's not in the NFL next year?
No.
I agree with you, Pat.
No
I think
shot.
There's too much talent.
Yeah.
I mean, there's too much talent there that somebody is going to say, let me get that on my roster and just have it.
Yeah, Nate Peterman held an NFL job for far too long.
Put it differently. Is he going to be a starting quarterback in the NFL next year?
I don't believe he will be.
No.
But I do believe he's one of the 64 best quarterbacks on this planet.
I think he'll go to a spot like Carolina where they don't know who the hell their quarterback is.
Oh, and well, they're gonna have the number one pick in the draft, so they draft a young kid. Maybe you bring in a Wentz.
I think Houston might, but either or. I mean, yeah, they might. Yeah, I think he segues into being a bridge quarterback.
Him and Houston and them, Pat, are going to fight this thing out, and I think both of them are going to. Like right now, Houston's got it. Carolina's right. The two of them are going to battle all year long. Let's see what we can do to.
I think the Panthers have more talent on their roster, but Houston, they fight.
Yeah, they do. They got a lot of fighting them. You'll see the Panthers tonight, though, Pat. Aren't we lucky? Panthers-Falcons tonight.
This is going to be a bloodbath, and I love it. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
It's just great.
I mean, this is it, right?
What a great game.
Sean Foster and D'Angelo Williams.
No, they're gone.
Yeah, D'Angelo Williams is your favorite running back.
No, Jamal Anderson's not doing
Collins?
the dirty bird.
What about Mushin Muhammad?
Is he still... No, he's not there. No.
What? Ashley Lilly?
No, he's not there. Not there.
Who the hell am I watching for?
No, you're not watching anything.
Don't watch.
Hey, dental and vision plans are available for everyone starting at under $8 a month at teethkeepers.com. Go to teethkeepers.com and enroll yourself today. By the way, Sixers and the Hawks tonight at 7:30 on The Fanatic. You don't want to miss any of that as the Sixers and the Hawks renew acquaintances today. It honestly was a moment that I don't believe this organization has recovered from. The Game 7 victory by the Hawks over the Sixers. They haven't won a second-round playoff series, which is what they were trying to do that night. Last year's season, I don't believe in any way could be considered a positive season. The Hawks, who you're going to see, are a fast, sort of exciting team, younger. Sixers have a home-and-home chance to send a message. The Hawks have gotten off to that big start. And again, I say it yesterday, I'm not going to obsess on what the Sixers' record is right now, but I think this is one of those teams that from that point on, the Sixers haven't taken a step forward since that Game 7 loss. And the Hawks were the ones that dealt it to them.
Yeah, I don't know if you can directly relate. There's so much stuff that is going on with the Sixers after that. You had the whole Ben Simmons thing. You get
Which
James
came from
Harden.
That, though.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think you sit around and say, God, we lost Ben Simmons, and it's all because of what happened with the Atlanta Hawks and all. I think that's you finally get over that. You bring James Harden in. You have the growth of Tyrese Maxey. It's a memory. It's something that probably is that sucked that year that happened. But I think they're so far removed from that. But you had something that stuck with me a little bit, John. You said, "Yeah, I don't care about the Sixers' record just now," and I almost blurted out, "Yeah, either do they."
Yeah,
and
that bothers me.
And I'm not saying they don't care, but the fact that Joel Embiid kind of said, "Yeah, 11 games. All right, now we start the season and all." When it comes down to a 3 or 4 seed at the end, and you're a game or two out, and you threw away the first 10 games of the season where it was. Now they've had stuff happen. Embiid was sick, and he sat out one game, and then Harden got hurt. All of those things. I just don't. I thought the Sixers team. I think this is where this all stems from. I thought this Sixers team would come out on the floor this year and really impose their will. And come out and you'd be like, whoa. And they would be playing downhill all game. And they would be the ones that were showing you that this is the better team. But then they come out and it's like, come on. And part of it is the slowness that you've talked about. And part of it is maybe that they don't know how to play with each other. And part of it is that Embiid's missing. And now Harden's out. But it just seems to never end with this team.
I'm telling you, the Sixers should have an alternate uniform that in script says excuses. Because all I ever hear about this team is excuses of why that, yeah, we got this talent for you. We got this, we got that, but give them time. This isn't, they need more time. They need this. And believe me, it's the Sixers who perpetuate these excuses. At some point, it's just NBA seasons I can't worry on first 20, first 25. Because as I showed you yesterday, it's meant nothing frequently. How teams start, it's much more how they finish.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, great teams don't usually start this way. They don't. They start the season downhill. They impose their will. They have a culture that says we are winners. And, I've seen it many, many, many times. And you just don't feel it enough with this Sixers team over the years. You just don't.
No.
They get on, they'll get on runs. They'll win 8-10 in a row. Things will be great. Embiid, as I said many times, one of the best players in the NBA. But I just never have gotten that feeling, like talking to people around the league that were part of cultures. Miami when LeBron was there, the Spurs, Golden State. Like, these guys come in and they're up 10 points right off the bat just stepping on the floor because you know how good they are. You just don't I don't feel that with this organization.
Does culture come from a coach? Does culture come from a front office? Does culture come from a star player?
Yeah.
So it's all those things.
It is. I mean, seriously, look at...
But then who decides what the culture is, or does it just develop?
It has to come together. I mean, Greg Popovich goes down there and they build this unbelievable practice facility, and they give, thumb keys to everybody that can go in and practice whenever they want. And Tim Duncan and Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker, they tell the guys, look, we're going in at midnight. We're playing tonight for a couple hours. And the culture grows and the championships come, and they're never satisfied. I used to hear stories about Timmy Duncan 2 weeks after the season was over, calling assistant coaches and saying, yo, get me 10 guys together. I need to run tonight. I'm not saying that doesn't happen. LeBron James, I've told you guys the story about when he was with Allen, that he wanted to get another bus because he didn't want to get beat to the arena by him. It's just a winning culture comes about through everybody that you just mentioned, John. And once one has it, another one wants to be it. Meaning if it's a player, a coach wants to be there, and it just grows. And
so a winning culture is not dictated.
No, you can't say we're going to be a winning culture. No, you have to go about the right ways of doing it. And I think the blueprint of once this ownership group took over of building that practice facility in Camden, of going through the process of all of that, you were getting there. And I think it was a rise to get there. You had some struggles and you had lows of lows, but I just don't think they've gotten over it yet. And at least I just don't feel it yet.
Patty, you don't seem concerned, but I don't think you really worry about.
Not overly concerned. I mean, I'm like you. I can't stand the excuses, and then I go, but in a way, it sucks because they're kind of valid. Like I can't rip a team for not being a cohesive unit when
they're not. Right.
When Harden's out and Embiid's out. But I'm with you. Like I've hated because I felt like it was a cop out for years of this team hasn't played together, and the goalpost kept getting backed up. 25 games would become 30, 30 would become 35, and then an injury would happen, and you'd have to reset. So. Look, I mean, if they don't get out of the second round in this playoffs, something happened, right? I mean, they loaded up in the offseason.
Correct.
They have a full year of James Harden. I don't care if he's missing a month. You got a full year of him. I mean, you got to get out.
Hey, Huntington Valley Bank is fast growing, and it's the best bank for your business, celebrating 150 years as a top contender in local banking. We greatly appreciate them being a part of the show. All right, coming up, Jonathan Gannon might have created the best commercial ever for the Philadelphia Eagles front office and more. And if you want to jump in, you can. 610-632-0975. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. If you're getting ready to move or you're finally going to clean up that garage or the attic, or you may be doing a remodeling job, I've got the perfect solution for you. It's the Bagster. And before winter, this is one last time to maybe like clean out the garage, get everything set up because it's going to be a nasty winter ahead. The Bagster is such an amazing product. We're talking a 3 cubic yard dumpster in a bag that you get at Home Depot, Lowe's, or local home improvement stores, and it's just $29.99. You can literally carry it out under your arm. It is lightweight and simple. If I can set it up, you can set it up. So it's not a problem. And then all you got to do is fill it up. Now, I'm not helping you fill it up. You do whatever you need to do. You need to clean out the garage, the attic. Maybe you're doing a remodeling job. Maybe you're doing enhanced lawn maintenance. Whatever it is, go buy it, go fill it, schedule your collection, and it's gone. There's no time limits, completely on demand. All you do is go to thebagster.com and find the store nearest you and get some more details. You are going to love the Bagster. It's finally going to get you up off the couch and get that job done. I'm telling you, clean it up with the Bagster. It's a dumpster in a bag.
The John Kincade Show.
He's a very strange young man.
He's an idiot. Comes from upbringing.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Fall is upon us, so it's that time of year again to consider replacing your old, drafty windows and doors before another cold winter season rolls in. Hi, it's Ricky Bowe, and when I need a company to help me with these home projects, I turn to the experts, my good friends at Guida Door and Window. Act now and receive 20% off all windows and doors. Plus, Guida will allow you to start your project today with no money out of pocket and take up to 3 years to pay it off, interest-free, once the job is expertly installed. So you'll be able to start enjoying all the benefits of new, highly energy-efficient windows and doors, including an increased comfort level of your home and lowered monthly energy bills, while taking advantage of 20% savings and having the luxury of paying off your project with 0% interest-free for up to 36 months. But you must act now. This offer is for a limited time only. Restrictions apply. For full details, call Guida today to schedule a free, no-obligation in-home estimate at 1-877-GO-GUIDA or visit them at GoGuida.com. That's GoGuida.com.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Dan, haven't seen you around the gym. You used to be the strongest guy in Philly.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T.
Now, once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference.
I've seen that on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The patented key ingredient is called Testofen, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean. I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Hey, are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people in Philly to try for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Guys in Philly, text RIP to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text RIP to 321-321. That's RIP to 321-321.
Hey, it's Hunter from my friends at FC Kerbeck. My family's been buying trucks and SUVs from Kerbeck for longer than I can remember. Why? Because Kerbeck always has the best selection at the lowest price. Period. And then they follow it up with the best service to keep our trucks running like new for years. But if you've waited to buy, then now you will win. Because Kerbeck Buick GMC has 150 factory fresh Buicks and GMC in stock and reduced, from GMC Sierra pickups to Acadias, Terrains, and 2023 Buick Enclaves. Buy GMC Terrains from just $22.99 or lease a brand new 2022 GMC Terrain from $249 per month, 3.9% for 72 months, plus $2,500 on 2022 GMC Sierras. And FC Kerbeck is close to everywhere, right over the bridge in Palmyra. The Kerbeck family has owned and operated this dealership for over 100 years, about the time that my family started buying from them. Kerbeck will also buy your car even if you don't buy one from them. Call 1-8337-KERBECK for full offer details, or at KerbeckCars.com. Tell them Hunter sent you.
It's sweater weather, a time of falling leaves, falling temperatures, and rising tensions over control of the thermostat. Fortunately, you can get special financing offers and rebates right now on a new high-efficiency heating and cooling system from American Standard with a whole house air filtration system to keep the air you breathe clean and safe. To find an independent Delaware Valley American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning customer care dealer near you, visit AmericanStandardAir.com. Built to a higher standard. Subject to credit approval, see dealer for details.
Why wait to save? Dell Technologies Black Friday event arrives early with select deals on top tech to power business productivity. The savings start now with up to 48% off performance business PCs powered by 12th Gen Intel Core processors. Don't forget special pricing on the latest monitors, docks, and accessories, including free shipping on everything. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL for Black Friday deals. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Philly Pretzel Factory is now a proud partner of the Philadelphia Eagles. What better way to celebrate than with a giveaway? Philly Pretzel Factory is giving away 25 party trays each week of football season. All you need to do is stop by your favorite Philly Pretzel Factory location, scan the QR code at the register, and sign up for a chance to win. Or visit PhillyPretzelFactory.com to enter. Philly Pretzel Factory, proud partner of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Hey, it's Cuz, inviting you to join me, Tunis, and Charlie Manuel be in Clearwater for the spring training trip of a lifetime with, of course, Philly Sports Trips. Get your deposit in now. Reserve your seats. We're staying at the beautiful Wyndham Grand. Heated pool, private beach, center of the action. We'll have an awesome weekend. Catch the Phils versus Toronto. Have a private event with the Skip. This is the trip you can't miss. Me, Tunis, and Charlie. Go to PhillySportsTrip.com now. Reserve your spot with a small deposit. PhillySportsTrip.com. Do it now. Go Fightins!
There's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there's a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest, reliable network and the peace of mind that comes with Security Edge, helping to protect all your connected devices. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Restrictions apply.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on Odyssey.
Imagine if your favorite casino came with an undo button. You get that with FanDuel Casino's Play It Again. Get up to $1,000 back if you're down after your first day. Play your favorite table games and hundreds of slots for real cash. See why FanDuel Casino is the #1 rated online casino app. I've told you before how much I love to look at the daily and weekly promotions. I get to play with live dealers, and if I ever have questions, they have an in-class customer support staff that is there every minute of every day. So sign up for FanDuel Casino with promo code Bob today and play it again with up to $1,000 back if you're down after your first day. That's promo code Bob. 21 plus and present in Pennsylvania, must not have previously placed any wager on FanDuel Sportsbook, FanDuel Casino, Betfair Casino, Mohegan Sun Casino, or Stardust Casino. Refund issued as non-withdrawable casino-only site credit that expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/casino. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit FanDuel.com/RG.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Yep, this is really happening. You're listening to us knuckleheads instead of doing something that you could be productive in.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Turkey, stuffing, cranberry sauce, mayo, a meal best served cold. It's the Primo Pilgrim, and it's back. Go to PrimoHoagies.com for your nearest location. It's not just a hoagie, it's a Primo. Leave the mayo off that, and I am in. I'll try it.
I had Primo's yesterday.
You did? What'd you have?
I just got the chicken parm sandwich.
I do the sharp Italian, no onions. Sharp Italian's my favorite, but I would try that.
I usually get the whack chicken.
What's the whack chicken?
So whack chicken is the chicken cutlet, cheese, and then they have pesto. I usually ask for pesto off.
I love pesto.
I am not a pesto person.
Guy, so I ask for pesto off, but it has pesto on it. Okay. And then bruschetta.
Ooh. Okay,
it's
that
so
sounds
good.
awesome.
So good.
We had chicken bruschetta last night.
I'll put hair in your chest there, Bobby.
Love that. Little bruschetta is great. Pat, when did you become a Temple fan? I know Bob will know this name. When did you become when did you are you a Temple historian too or not? Or?
I mean a little bit.
Okay.
Probably 97. Me and my dad went to a game against Indiana.
Well, Mike Vrieswick is more of a 80s guy. Vrieswick, he posted something and I thought it was interesting. He said one of his biggest pet peeves in basketball is saying "score the ball."
I agree with that.
I hate that. I hate it when I hear play-by-play guys use it. I hate it when I hear analysts use it. He can really score the ball. Is anyone going to score the knee brace? He says, what, are you going to score the knee brace instead? Score the water bottle?
It's like
what is the deal with that?
If you're watching a golf tournament and they say that's a terrific golf shot. Well, no.
Oh, really?
No
it's
crap.
not a basketball shot, you.
Yeah, the score the ball thing, it's like your mouth needs an editor.
Yeah, stop
it. Score.
Just say score.
Yeah, need to score.
You don't need that. Well, then Jason Kelsey spoke up, and our own Connor Thomas really is going to take it in the knees on this one. And Jason just felt the need. Jason is the kind of guy that, just really summarizes things beautifully. There is no such thing as a boneless wing. It's nonsense. Show me these boneless winged chickens. It's clever marketing for people who are afraid to get their fingers dirty. Boneless chicken wings are just chicken meatballs fried and covered in sauce. Jason Kelsey, the leader we all need.
All right.
He's the leader we all need.
I've ordered both, okay?
Okay.
But there's way more anti-boneless wing, boneless wings don't exist, than there are this pro-boneless wing community that's just staying on the table saying, damn it, they're wings. Like, I don't ever hear anyone who orders boneless wings, like, just dying on the hill of that they're wings.
Now, we
just don't care.
Our man, Connor Thomas, and our buddy who will join us Monday night for the pregame show, who we miss dearly, the fantastic Jamie Lynch, both of them would die on this mountain. Consistently. That they're wings. They're not wings. They're chicken. They're chicken nuggets. You're a grown man eating chicken nuggets.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Just call them chicken nuggets.
I'm a grown man, so I don't care what you think about my meal.
So just call them chicken nuggets. You shouldn't have a worry about what everybody says.
But
about
if on the menu it says boneless wings, I'm going to order boneless wings.
Well, that's why it's a spokes. It is a. I really believe we need to see this as a change. Jason Kelsey, man of the people. Making it.
You really, really believe we need to see this as a change. Okay.
Because you're telling kids that they're wings. It's false advertising for one thing.
Oh, my God. Kids in this world, how are they going to grow up being defined as not knowing that there is no boneless wing?
The lies that we've told them, Bobby.
We tell them a lot of lies,
Pat. If there's anything that's come out of these past couple of weeks in this country, it's that the boneless wing does not exist.
I was just watching Dr. Phil, and there was a youth on there who was going down a bad path, and they asked him
because of that.
When did it happen? And he said, the moment that I found out that boneless wings aren't really a thing. My parents had lied to me.
It was that adults didn't want to order chicken nuggets.
Yeah, that's fine.
Adults didn't want to order chicken
good marketing.
Nuggets.
I disagree with that. Like,
Why did they call them boneless wings then?
I don't know, but
there's a reason.
I also don't think, like, this group of adults that would be that embarrassed to go, yeah, I'll take some chicken nuggets.
By the way,
I love chicken nuggets.
By the way, it's completely different, too. It's a completely different thing because these are breast meat. Chicken nuggets are breast meat.
I like the breast.
Boneless wings are not wing meat.
I like breast. I like
legs.
but
wing meat is
wings.
completely different.
I like thighs, too, yeah.
You like chicken thighs?
Yeah, I'll eat any part of
I don't
the
like chicken thighs.
Yeah, you can bring it on over.
Yeah.
I do have
too gushy.
So you brought up Connor in this where he's... So the guys are out playing hacky on the break.
They are the sack pack.
Okay? I walked through. Connor has like a bad attempt at something. And I was like, oh, you guys aren't good today. I always tease him. And Connor goes, well, my pants are too tight to play hacky. I go, whoa, what? He goes, no, they're not too tight for fashion that he has on jeans today. They're just too tight for hacky.
In many sections of town, they're not too tight for fashion.
If you can't lift up a leg to kick a little hacky sack thing, I'm thinking your jeans are a little too tight. Am I right?
Tight.
Part of me respects that man for coming in here at 4:30 in the morning, like dedicated that much to fashion. Because who are you trying to impress here? Like, we are mostly, for 70% of our workday, we're the only ones here.
Yes.
So this guy's out here on like Paris Fashion Week. I respect it. But I agree with you, Bob. Like, it's a little too tight no matter what.
He's had a tough week as far as the below-the-waist fashion has gone to me. The one day he was wearing capris, which Pat pointed out. And tight as could be, and they only came to mid-ankle.
The women's joggers.
Anytime you question him on the length of his pants, he automatically just goes to, they're joggers.
They're joggers.
Every time. They're joggers.
Yeah, they're women. Yeah, and then the women's section, there's plenty of them.
No, they're capris.
They're capris.
I mean, you know you're going to sacky when you come in, or hacky, whatever the hell they call it. When you come in here, you're going to hacky. Because those guys are the hacky sack bunch or whatever.
They're going to hack the sack.
So he puts on a pair of jeans this morning, and he has to go, and he doesn't realize they're going to be not good for hacky.
He jumps off the top bunk.
I think so.
In order to get into the...
I do. Mention, by the way, I mean, all three of us aren't exactly fashionistas.
But
we're comfortable.
We're very comfortable.
If I knew I had to hack that day, I think I'd dress accordingly, and I always do.
Exactly. Like, you don't want to see Jalen Hurts go out there first play of the game, and you're like, wait, he's wearing Wranglers? I just real comfortable jeans, but what are you doing, bud?
I love that Jason Kelsey feels very passionately about a topic that I do. That just gives me. It means I'm on the right page.
The anti-boneless wing people. The anti-boneless wing people are way more out there than the people that order it. The people that order are like, whatever. And then you psychopaths come out here with your state. No, they're not. They're not boneless wings. They're chicken nuggets.
Jason Kelsey, he just called you a psychopath. Smash him.
That's fine.
Smash him.
That's fine.
You'd take the smashing from Jason Kelsey. He'd just knock you down.
A belly full of chicken nuggets, boneless
there
wings.
You go. Hey, Jonathan Gannon. By the way, I meant to tell you we have the date, and I'm sure Pat has already seen this. Pat, put Friday, February 24th on your calendar and lock it down.
It's my sister's birthday.
Okay.
Lock it down. Friday, February 24th, you have plans.
Okay.
Because the Flyers announced $1 ice cream night.
What? I'm sorry, what?
You missed this?
What?
The Flyers announced $1 ice cream night.
They're just giving it away?
From Jack and Jill Ice Cream. $1 ice cream night, Friday, February 24th versus the Habitants, the Montreal Canadiens.
I don't care if it's against the Lehigh Valley Phantoms.
Okay.
The Bridgeport Sound Tigers.
Okay, here's what I want to do. I want a group of people. Would you go to the game with a group of ice cream zealots?
I want to go to that game and just see how many I can finish. It's like the hot.
Okay.
Like, I finally get the $1 dog night because I always thought this is stupid. Like $1 dog, it's supposed to be a value right here. You know, you get a hot dog, just save $3. But now I get it.
$1 ice cream night. Brought to you by Jack and Jill, Friday, February 24th. Pat, I will finance your ice cream that night.
Oh, all right.
Whatever you can eat, I'm financing it. I will cover it.
I'll tell you what. On top of that, I'll let John cover not just you, but you bring Jack to the game. He covers both of you.
I'll cover you and Jack.
All right.
You and Jack are covered. But I want the Flyers to get involved with Pat Egan, ice cream aficionado. And I want a group of ice cream zealots like you. Now, I ain't covering them because I know some of these big fatties will show up and they'll be eating.
Whoa,
they'll be eating. Like offensive linemen.
Yeah.
They're going to be there. Wow. You're going to get some guy who's an offensive lineman come there who could probably put away 30 Jack and Jill ice cream.
We get some competitive eater.
Yes, exactly. I don't want that. But you and Jack are it's on my bill.
I love that.
And I can't wait to see $1 ice cream night with Pat Egan and the ice cream zealots.
I'm there.
Maybe have a couple of the ice girls come out and sit with you?
I don't care. I don't care who's coming to sit with me. They don't do it for me. The ice cream man does it for me.
Or guys dressed like Connor could come on up with you and just have ice cream.
Yeah, look, whoever wants to join, I don't care.
We'll have everybody.
I like eating ice cream with people.
There it is. $1 ice cream night for the Flyers.
It makes me smile.
February 24th, so get your tickets now. By the way, they are doing their $1 dog night. Also, on Super Bowl Sunday at 1 o'clock.
I was about to say, what time is that game?
1 o'clock, Super Bowl Sunday.
Man, you go to a Super Bowl party where there's going to be tons of food. Imagine if you go after $1 Dog Day.
Oh, man. It's Super Bowl.
That's good marketing by them, though.
Yeah, it is. It's great ideas. Look, this is the Flyers trying different stuff.
I respect that.
And I do, too. Try different stuff. Do things. Get people energized. Great ideas, Flyers.
Like we just talked about Connor coming in here, part of the sack bunch. But wearing jeans and how that's not really appropriate.
They're the sack pack.
Well, yeah, sack pack. Well, the Flyers, I don't know if you saw this. The Flyers, they wore pants.
They did. You're usually advocating.
Out of the box.
You're usually advocating take the pants off.
Yes.
And when I saw them in those the other night, I was saying the same thing. Take those pants off.
Take the pants off.
It wasn't a good
It was
look,
a horrible look when they wore them for a season in the 80s or 90s, whatever it was, and it looked just as bad the other night.
I mean, it worked.
Well, Jonathan,
they won. That's all that matters.
Jonathan Gannon gave the best commercial ever yesterday for the Eagles front office. And it might explain why they hire inexperienced coaches and find great success here. Let's hear from Jonathan Gannon as he gives us a little bit of insight into why this Eagles organization is so set up for victory.
The people in the top seats are 100% committed to winning. Who I mean by that is the owner, the GM, and the head coach. And when they're in lockstep to that, all they care about is day by day the process and winning football games, and not just short term but long term, you have a chance to do your job and do it well and win games. I think a lot of people out there say, yeah, we want to win, we want to win, we want to win, but their actions don't really show that. The actions in this building with the Philadelphia Eagles, those three guys, their actions every day, they're committed to that.
I love hearing that, and it really does to me. It really does show to me something that why this organization may be so successful.
And it goes back to a word that we brought up earlier, culture. This Eagles team organization has a culture. Even when they were losing the last, few years and things weren't great, look how quickly they turned it around. Because why? You have an owner that is – Jeffrey Lurie's a really good owner. For 25, 30 years that he's owned this team, they've been one of the top 3-4 teams in the NFL. Howie Roseman has had a great run for the last couple of years. You brought in a new head coach that found a way to win right off the bat. Replacing a head coach that won a Super Bowl. Replacing a head coach – I take Chip Kelly out of the mix there.
Right.
Andy Reid, who turned this organization around. They have a culture there, and I thought Gannon put it pretty well, that as long as you have an owner, a GM, and a head coach that are as committed as these guys are right now, 8-0 is what you have now, and winning seasons are probably what's going to be in the future, and it has been in the past.
By the way, I was anti the Chip Kelly hire from the moment it happened, but he won 20 games.
I've heard that.
He won his 20 games the first 2 years.
It was funny. I was in Arizona when
I couldn't believe
I was in Arizona when they had the meetings with him or something, and things were kind of going about, and I think I was leaving Arizona. But I remember being on a plane leaving there saying, damn, I wish I could have been there to try to catch him for an interview. And thinking to myself how on the fence I was. Now, a lot of listeners say, Bob, you're always on the fence. But I really was. The excitement of it, because you remember what it was like watching those Oregon teams. Whether you liked it or not, it was fun to watch.
Yes.
And you're thinking of that with a Michael Vick, and it's like, whoa, what could be? But at the same time, yes, it wasn't professional football. And you talk to people that cover, and it wasn't professional football, and a lot of people thought it wasn't going to work. So I was excited for it, but I wasn't sure about it. You were more right, not being for it at all.
I couldn't stay. Whoa. I also had questions the day they hired Andy Reid and Doug Peterson.
Oh, well, then you're just an idiot.
I wasn't anti those guys being hired, but I absolutely said, really? Like, of all the candidates in the world, you hired Andy Reid? Who's Andy Reid? Of all the candidates, Doug Peterson's the one we end up with? So it's not always right. I just didn't like Chip Kelly. I knew his Harry Hard-on routine from college was not going to work.
Yeah.
And that it would rub people the wrong way, and he was always going to be the smartest guy in the room and was not going to be collaborative.
I didn't know anything about that stuff, like the personal things. Right. All I knew was that watching his Oregon offense was really, really fun, and I thought, can a gimmick that work in the NFL?
I thought it would wear out a defense, and that's what it did. I mean, he just ran into a corner. Hey, in Cooney's Corner, the Eagles haven't played in a while, but Bob's wondering what we're going to see on Monday night.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
Yeah, I go back and forth with this because you're basically having 2 games with a lot of time off. Okay, you went into Houston after a bye week. You didn't go into Houston after a bye week. But the week before you had but you had your off week before that. Now you have another long break. How do you go into this game? I think it's a game that you should be able to just go in and beat them. And there's plenty of times where that's good enough and that's okay and that's what you want to do. But do we need to see things from this team? We're getting into the heart of the second part of the season now. Do you want them to show up, play their normal game, and win a 34-20 game? Do you need to see something different from, or not need? Would you like to see something different from this team now? Is there a certain way you want to attack Washington? You can go back to, what was it, week 2 that they played them when they had 9 sacks? Is that the recipe for what you do this week? How do you kind of view this week's game, not much from Washington point of view, but from the Eagles point of view. What do you want? What do you need?
Remember we talked about it last week on the lunch, yard outside after eating. We would play keep away as kids. I want to see them play keep away Monday night. I want to see a long, gut-wrenching drives like they had that 8-minute drive the other night against Houston. I want to see a lot of that on Monday night. Just wearing down the Commanders, long drives, move the football down the field methodically, and a lot of time of possession and a lot of running the football on Monday night because it's going to be a really cold night out of nowhere. And I want to see that they're ready and that they're built for that. Pat?
I want to see Gardner Minshew. Scott.
You said this last time and it happened.
Driscoll.
It happened last time.
Sua Opeta. Yeah, I mean, I want the backups in, and I don't want to see those guys because of injury, but I want to see them because you're just up by so much that with 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter, there's no point of having Jalen Hurts out there.
I love that.
Or the first team unit.
Now, how do they get there, Pat? Is it methodically doing what you do and what they've done these first 8 games and just wearing them down and beating a lesser team?
Yeah, it's that. It's taking advantage of the turnover battle. I mean, they've completely dominated the turnover battle this season. But you also have to take advantage of that. So when you pick off a guy at your own 40, you at least get 3 points out of it. They've done a really good job of that this season. And they've just broken teams so that by the time the fourth quarter does come around, it's not really a competition. I would love to see all of that. All basically just do what you've been doing.
I think something that John said is what was in my mind. Make Washington right off the bat have to come from behind. And I don't just mean 7-0 score first. I mean like you methodically just start beating them up. Kind of what you said. You get that 7, 10, 17-0 lead, 17-3 lead. You have to make Taylor Heineke just throw the ball and try to play catch up because then I think it's going to get really, really ugly and lopsided.
I like it. I like the idea of just wearing them down and if you get up by 2 scores in this game, who let the dogs out? Like, get after them. Get after Heineke.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you're relying on Taylor Heineke to win you a football game against this team, good luck. Good luck with that. He might be able to win you a game against Atlanta and Carolina.
He's a Gardner Minshew.
Well,
he is.
Well, wait a minute, though. I will say this in his defense, and it's just that 2 minutes to go in the game, they were tied with the Minnesota Vikings, who are considered the second-best team in the NFC just last week.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I think their defense had more to do with that.
Oh, I know. I absolutely do believe that.
I mean, does Taylor Heineke strike fear into it?
No. But this is terrible because it sounds like a cheap shot, but I'd be more worried with Heineke under center than the game that I went to earlier with Tunis with Philly Sports Trips and watched Carson Wentz under center.
Wow, so you're really?
Yeah.
See, I'd be more scared of Carson Wentz because I've seen it before.
Yeah, I'd be more with Heineke. I watched Heineke the year Tampa almost won the Super Bowl, go into the late third quarter, like tied with them in a playoff game. Heineke to me just has a little bit of that annoying Fitzpatrick to him.
Yeah.
That Fitzpatrick quality.
He's definitely made the most of his opportunities in the NFL.
He does.
He still doesn't scare me at all.
No, not scare, but
good luck facing the secondary, bud.
Oh, boy.
You're doing great.
Hey, we're going to announce a winner today. Speaking of Philly Sports Trips, coming up today at 8 o'clock. Someone is going to win a trip to New York to go to the Giants game, which is pretty awesome.
That's nice.
And it was courtesy of Philly Sports Trips, and it's somebody who went to FanFest. So we're going to call somebody and tell them that they won after 8 o'clock. I want to have a little fun with this. Okay, so if you went to FanFest and you're listening right now and you remember that you registered for this, you could be getting tickets. And by the way, that game's going to be huge. That's a huge game. Giants-Eagles. And the Giants are having a really good season. It's going to be a game that's important. I'm going to tell you right now, give away something, that someone is winning at 8 o'clock, and they are a female that went to FanFest. So if you're a female and you went to FanFest, well, you weren't allowed to win anyway.
Doesn't mean I didn't enter.
I bet you they would love to have you go on the trip if you wanted to, but I don't. I can't speak for...
I have pregame that day.
Oh, you got pregame that day.
Yeah.
You'll be at, where will you be for that?
Vince begged Chuck, our boss. It's like, put Egan on pregame.
Just please, could we do that?
Just so I don't have to be with him anymore.
Wow, that's just.
But I appreciate
I don't think it was Vince as much as it was his sister.
Yes.
I don't think it was his sister as much as his sister's boyfriend.
Yeah, I think
I think there was a whole bunch of people that didn't want you.
Well, after the golf day, I understand there was dancing and noise and all that kind of stuff.
We didn't
you guys
have
had a great time.
It
Yeah.
was so cool.
What a great day that was.
That's fun to hang with sometimes.
Sometimes.
Last night, one of my old coworkers puts up a thing and says he does a thing called, he has a company called Atlanta Eats that he then spins off into other cities. And he says, what are you eating for dinner tonight? Let's discuss. And people send him pictures. And one of my friends sends a picture of the menu from True North.
No, he was at True North
yesterday.
Huh.
And I'm like, oh, man.
So he's doing the John Kincade Show Arizona Golf Tour.
I wouldn't mind being at True North again anytime.
It's like the Montco Golf Tour, but in Arizona.
But in Arizona.
Yeah,
that was a good golf course.
What a great course.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, it was so much fun.
Yeah.
Philly Sports Trips does it up the best.
It'd be cool to win a contest. Oh, I did. Never mind.
Yeah, you did.
That's right, yeah.
All right, coming up, Pat has an idea that could help to remedy the Phillies' overhaul of the infield. Plus more on the Phillies as we look towards 2023 and free agency. John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. I know that the BetPark Sportsbook and Casino app is the best out there. It's for the diehard Philly sports fan because it's safe and it's secure and it's easy to use and it's everything you could potentially ever want in a digital casino and sportsbook. Now, college football, to me, I'm passionate about it. And I love the way that they boost up your three-leg parlays every single Saturday on the BetParks app. Now, we're all about the pro football. And I know that betting point spreads this year for me has not been something I've been highly successful with. So I would then suggest maybe you go to individual player performances where you can bet on completions, receptions, rushing yards, passing yards. I know this. The BetParks app has a sportsbook bonus back of up to $750 if your first bet is not a winner. You seem pretty smart. I think you're going to win. So why don't you get involved with it now? It's so much fun. You can even bet on the Sixers or the Flyers tonight. Right in your pocket, get the BetParks app. You got to be 21, and you must be in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
God, I am so sick of this crap.
Is this the show?
On 97.5 The Fanatic.
Philadelphia.
Hi, I'm Steven Singer. Yep, that's me, the I Hate Steven Singer guy. You know what I hate? I hate feeling like I just got ripped off. You know what I mean. The guy sitting next to you on the airplane paid $180 for his ticket, and you just paid $600. Or you go out to dinner with your girl, and you pay $150, and the couple next to you has a coupon for half off. And the waiter says, sorry, you gotta have the coupon. Coupon, Groupon, what the? Well, at my store, everyone gets the perfect price. One place, one price. It's that simple. No coupons, no sales, no anything. Just the perfect price. Here's our big secret for the past 35 years. Just give people better quality for less money, and always treat them great. When we train our jewelers, we just tell them to make pretend you're taking care of your sister or your mother or your best friend and make them feel special. Experience the difference. Come see me, the real Steven Singer, at the other corner of 8th and Walnut. By phone, 888-I-HATE-STEVEN-SINGER, or online at IHateStevenSinger.com. That's IHateStevenSinger.com. One place, one price.
Let's talk about NJ Diet, and let's talk about losing weight. 40 days to lose up to 40 pounds. How powerful is that? In 40 days, you can lose 20 to 40 plus pounds with their contractually guaranteed program that uses your hair, saliva, and blood work, along with bioenergetic scans to personalize natural formulas and supplements where the side effect is weight loss. And NJ Diet uses DNA testing to determine your ideal diet and workout plan so you can keep the weight off. How about that? 20 pounds. Can you stand up to lose 20 pounds, more than 20? Then NJ Diet's for you. Do it for your health. Do it for your family. Or maybe even do the program with your family. Weight loss can help you overcome many health issues. Even boost your confidence and libido. NJ Diet's all natural. No shots, no hormones, no counting points, no prepackaged foods. Ew! No surgery. Schedule an initial consult in Cherry Hill, King of Prussia, Newark, Delaware, or from anywhere with live online video consultations. Visit NJDiet.com or call 855-5-NJ-DIET. That's 855-5-NJ-DIET.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. You'll get a maximum tax deduction and a vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Hi, this is Staples.
So, rumor has it that Staples has everything I need to ship.
That's not a rumor. We have all the shipping supplies and services you need.
Boxes?
Yep.
Mailers?
Yep.
And I can actually ship there, right?
We have UPS right here in store.
Huh. What will Staples think of next?
Right?
No, seriously, I'm asking, what will they think of next?
Staples has all your shipping supplies and UPS service in store. And right now, get 25% off UPS Express shipping services. Staples, the best kept secret in shipping. Ends 12/31. Valid only in Staples U.S. stores.
Anticipation is building. The holidays are just around the corner, and at the Home Depot, we can't wait. With Black Friday savings all through November, you can count down to Christmas early with a Santa Countdown Inflatable Special Buy, only $69.98. Or anticipate when friends and family come to visit with an entrance full of LED lights that will welcome them and the holidays with open arms. Get the holiday magic started early. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
97.5 The Fanatic is going on a Philadelphia Flyers ticket tour presented by our friends at Coors Light. Win Flyers swag and tickets every 20 minutes, including premium seats in the Coors Light Flyers Chill Zone. Next stop, Black Horse Tavern in Phoenixville, today from 5 to 6 p.m. Stay to watch the Flyers take on the Columbus Blue Jackets. Enjoy great food and cold Coors Light. You must be 21 to win. For details, visit the events page on 975thefanatic.com. Coors Light, fueled by Philadelphia.
This is Staples.
So, rumor has it that Staples has everything I need to ship.
That's not a rumor. We have all the shipping supplies and services you need.
Boxes?
Yep.
Mailers?
Yep.
And I can actually ship there, right?
We have UPS right here in store.
Huh. What will Staples think of next?
Right?
No, seriously, I'm asking, what will they think of next?
Staples has all your shipping supplies and UPS service in store. And right now, get 25% off UPS Express shipping services. Staples, the best kept secret in shipping. Ends 12/31. Valid only in Staples U.S. stores.
Hey, to become the next generation of innovators, entrepreneurs, and creators, we're gonna need some things.
Like a high-speed internet connection that can turn my ideas into reality.
Like the skills to become the world's most powerful coder.
Like the tools to start my sustainable shoe business.
You just heard some of the millions of students Comcast is supporting through Project Up, our comprehensive initiative and $1 billion commitment to open doors for the next generation so they can build a future of unlimited possibilities. Learn more at comcast.com/projectup.
Hey guys, now's the perfect time to download FanDuel in partnership with Valley Forge, America's #1 sportsbook. New customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back if your first bet doesn't win. All you have to do is sign up with promo code Bob. You know all the fun things you can do, from money lines to point spreads. Player props are where it's at, though. That's right. Find a player that you like or you don't like, and you can bet against him, whether it's over, under, in rushing yardage, passing yardage, or maybe anytime touchdowns. But you combine these bets for a chance at a bigger payout with a same-game parlay. And now with live betting, you get updated odds on games that have already started. And most importantly, you get paid fast. All on an app that's safe, secure, and super easy to use. Sign up with promo code Bob for your no-sweat first bet. That's promo code Bob. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NFL. 21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
I've got a dog named after Nick Foles. You can't get more Philly than that. We're always loving the backup quarterback.
How's everyone doing?
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Your Thursday morning begins with the John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, and we appreciate you, whether you're listening on the app all day long. I love the app. It's really smooth. Coach, it's very, very, the connectivity on the app is fantastic.
Yeah, we spare no expense.
I love it.
I do want to a couple of our YouTube people, John, also.
Yes.
Who we love are going through the hurricane down in Florida. You know, a couple of these people. So good luck to you guys.
Be careful.
MBDB, DBF, yeah, those guys live down there, and you know how bad it was just a month ago.
Oh my gosh!
And my heart breaks. I saw something on the news last night, the national news, that showed how people were still cleaning up this week from the other hurricane,
and now
they're about
coming
to
again.
get slammed again. So prayers out to you. Hope everything's all right.
Please take care of yourselves, and hopefully we distract you a little bit from all the stress of that. It's one of the reasons why I never want to live in Florida.
I'm with you. Yeah.
I just would not want to, and we have a lot of friends who that's their goal in life is to go live in Florida. And I'm just like, I would not want the stress of got to pack up, got to back up my house, I showed you the pictures of a close friend's house who they built a house in Northport, Florida last year, and I showed you the amount of the last hurricane, they had 6 feet of water in their house.
Yeah,
and they've cleaned up. They did not wait, but they just said, we're going to wait before we do all the cleanup to it. Thank God they did.
Yeah.
It is terrible. Hey, the all-new Bet Parks app is sportsbook and casino in one sleek, easy-to-use app in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. Got to be 21. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Pat, you were looking at it that maybe there's something in this Phillies search to sort of revamp their roster and revamp their lineup that is being overlooked. Maybe we're looking in the wrong area, because yesterday I thought we had discussed a lot of the options, but then you've got a different one.
We discussed the option yesterday, but we just didn't do it in a serious tone because everyone's all Trey Turnered up. Like, I get that, myself included at this point. But the more I think about it, I think Xander Bogaerts is like a real possibility because of the Dave Dombrowski connection. Dave ended up, I believe, signing him when he was, an amateur, and he loves reunions. So when he was in Detroit, Dave originally signed Miguel Cabrera when he was in Florida. What does he do? He trades for Miguel Cabrera. I think he traded for Dontrell Willis, because Dontrell was originally drafted by the Cubs, but he traded for Dontrell.
Well, that's a name from the past.
And then he traded for Dontrell Willis, too. He loves reunions. Nick Castellanos was drafted by Dave Dombrowski with Detroit. What did he do? He re-signs him here. So the more I think about it, I mean, not that Trey Turner isn't a real possibility, because he is, and we'll get into that later, but I think he's a 1A, and Xander Bogaerts is a 1B.
I love Xander Bogaerts' game. I really do.
Cool with that.
I think it's a great option. I just believe the Trey Turner stuff has gotten to, yes, it appears that the Phillies have some sort of a leader in the clubhouse thing.
Yeah.
Many times the leader in the clubhouse does not win. The Phillies were not the leader in the clubhouse for Bryce Harper. And they got him. They were not.
It depends on who you ask.
Yeah.
Dodgers were clearly the leader in the clubhouse.
I mean, no, I disagree with that.
Really?
Yeah. Because that thing went on so long that it was the leader in the clubhouse it would last a week, and then there'd be a new leader. Like, the Phillies were.
There was many clubhouses.
Yeah, everybody knew that the Phillies had money.
No, I'm putting it at the same time. Like, let's have the conversation at the same time. Free agency's just begun.
Uh-huh.
And when free agency began for Bryce Harper, it was Dodgers, Yankees, Phillies, and I forget who else. San Diego, I guess.
Yeah, I disagree.
Really?
Yeah. I think the Phillies were it was Machado or Harper, but they were leaders for both because everybody knew that they were spending stupid money. That was the
stupid money.
That was the famous owners meetings of stupid money comment. So that's why I think that they were. But then you hear about the Dodgers offer.
The Dodgers always spend stupid money.
They do.
I mean, they don't have to say stupid money.
I think people
it's just money.
Spend it. It's just money.
People might have perceived that the Dodgers were the favorite because of his the proximity to Las Vegas, his home. But you knew that the Phillies were going to get one of those two guys.
Yeah, I had wanted Machado.
If
I had to have one of the two, I wanted Machado.
Me too.
Yeah, I was Harper. I think we were all evenly split here at the time. I think it was 2 Machado, 2 Harper. But I don't think any of us minded either way.
No.
So let's go on this. You got Bogaerts. You have Trey Turner. That's only 2 of the 4 that we've talked about. Also, Correa and Swanson. But if you go 1-2 on Turner and Bogaerts, knowing what else you can do or what you can't do if you get one of them, who would you rather have? Now, Bogarts, let's do this first. How much cheaper would Bogarts be? Not much, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's probably going to get 80% of what Turner gets.
Okay.
I think he'd save you $5-6 million a year. Xander Bogaerts.
He might. I mean, yeah. Is the juice worth the squeeze at that point? Like, Trey Turner steals way more bases than Xander Bogaerts.
I love that too.
Is he a better fielder?
I think they're.
I think a better fielder.
Might be a wash.
Might be a wash.
Who would you rather have?
Trey Turner, because of the stolen base factor.
I think Trey Turner allows you to plug less holes.
And that's another argument.
That's why I brought up the money.
Yeah.
That's why too. Could you devoting that much of your payroll to your shortstop? Has that been a winning formula in baseball?
Well,
yeah. I mean, shortstop's not a position that usually carries you. I just think if Trey Turner comes into this lineup, so many different things fall into place.
It gives you definite flexibility.
Yeah, and if Bryce Harper is out for a little bit and comes back and can throw and can play right field, I'm a broken record here, but I think it does give you so much more flexibility, and you have that true leadoff hitter. I don't think Kyle Schwarber all of a sudden is going to forget to hit forget how to hit home runs if he's batting 3, 4, 5.
I'm hearing the talk though about like people think it's a foregone conclusion that Trey Turner's at Philly, and I'm like, that's great. Have you watched any of these Scott Boras negotiations that lead you to believe that that there'd be a leader in the clubhouse that was so obvious that it would be over? I don't buy it.
Sometimes the leader does win.
I believe they put out stuff.
I agree.
Boris's group is famous for putting out stories.
Yeah, but keep in mind too, Boras has a really, really good relationship with the Phillies, which is amazing because he represented J.D. Drew all those years ago. But they've really done a lot to fix that. And
he's also going to be saying, what about my boy Hoskins?
He might, but I mean, he's got to do right by Trey Turner.
Because if he does right by Trey Turner, then Hoskins is gone.
I mean, I think it's a business, though. After
1 year. After 1 year.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Okay. So he might be gone anyway, and I think Boras is all right with that. Like, he's not. I don't think he's going to go to the negotiating table saying, if you want Trey Turner, you got to sign Hoskins to a long-term deal because Hoskins is going to get a long-term deal from someone.
No. I'm just saying is that he is very much a scratch my back, I'll scratch yours kind of guy in negotiations, and he does leverage stuff all the time. He's an unscrupulous jerk.
Isn't that under the definition of agent?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I mean, not every agent. Not every agent has to conduct themselves like him.
I never talk in definitives every or no one. No, I'm not saying that, but that would describe a good amount of agents.
It would. There are many agents, though, who are less grandstanding, less above, less below deck, trying to leverage guys against each other. And things like that.
He loves the spotlight. He holds a press conference every owners meeting or whatever it is, winter meetings, where he addresses the press about his clients.
And the Phillies gave him a stage.
I'm cool with that. Like that's a prime example of the scratch my back, I'll scratch. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. I don't care if you want to give Boras a platform as long as you got the free agent. Because all I'm looking at is Bryce Harper in that situation in pinstripes.
Wow.
I forget who his agent is the minute after he signs.
Yeah.
I don't care.
As long as he's under contract and you got him locked down.
That's what I say. After he signs,
But I do think their relationship now, I think it benefits the Phillies.
Hey, if you need a new game plan for your kitchen or your bathroom, reach out to Colonial Marble and Granite, the one-stop shop, offering countertops, cabinetry, tile, flooring, and more. Visit colonialmarble.net. Did you see the numbers on the Eagles' most dominant position group? And I really do believe we talk about the offensive line all the time. The Eagles have the best cornerback duo in the NFL through 8 games. The Eagles have the best cornerback duo scoring-wise as far as evaluation that has ever been recorded through this point of an NFL season. The lowest passer rating allowed, Darius Slay. Slay is 36.2. Bradbury, 38.4. Ridiculous numbers. Anything under 43 is considered pretty much ridiculous. And these guys are down to 36 and 38. I just wonder, they're getting a lot of the national pub now. How much are they benefiting by what's happening up front? that the linebackers, who, by the way, watching the 15-minute games, again, when you just want to, look at something again, the linebackers can't tackle.
Nobody on the team can tackle. It's not just the linebackers, the safety. I'll tell you, Marcus
the
Epps,
secondary members are terrible tackling, too.
Yeah, Marcus Epps has shown flashes. He's come up and made some hits and made some open field tackles that I've noticed, that have stuck out to me. But no, rarely on this team is the first guy that's touching the ball carrier making that tackle. Rarely. It's a concern. They're second to last in missed tackles. They have the second most missed tackles in the NFL. That's not good. And we talked about it before the season started, right, John? They were horrible last year. You pointed it out. You looked up the stats. And then they didn't practice it. And, I talked about it before. It's not the physicality thing. It's not the getting hurt thing. It's a fundamental part of the game that you're not good at, and you choose not to practice it. I hope it doesn't come back to bite them, and they're 8-0, and nothing's biting them yet. But it's amazing still to me that there's not practice of something you're not fundamentally good at.
Hey, Martin Law is Philly's original law firm for injured workers. You can schedule a free consultation today at paworkinjury.com. It's weird as it has come home to roost. The Eagles' decision to just have Club Med instead of training camp.
Well, they're 8-0.
It is, but something you're not doing that you don't practice. There's going to be a team that exploits that.
Well, let me ask you: is this a situation where they don't Are we too aware of it because we're watching the Eagles? When if you watch a lot of the teams in the NFL, no one's good at tackling anymore, and it's something that you brought up, John. It's the all these guys now that are rookies. They came up with the different tackling that was taught, not to put your head down, and they can't really do it. So. Is it a situation of the Eagles aren't tackling because it's less physical, because it'll make their players fresher and they feel like that's worth it to be, quote-unquote, bad at tackling because no one in the NFL is good at tackling? And I'm asking this question.
They're decidedly worse than
I don't
many
know.
teams.
I'm just asking it.
Yeah, they're decidedly worse than a ton of teams in the NFL at tackling.
I think
their secondary is the worst tackling secondary statistic.
I mean, I'll take that.
I'll take it if nobody's catching the ball that much.
Right.
I think Pat brings up a good point that if you don't know how you're supposed to do, now this sounds so, juvenile, but if you're not sure how you're supposed to do something, it makes it really hard to do it. Now, I don't say these guys don't know how to tackle. What I say is with these rules that have changed so often in the NFL, the spearing and the hitting in the guys in the chest, and now, you have to watch out for the head. They're not sure what referees are going to call what when they're hitting. I think that lends to it somewhat. I think that lends to bad tackling throughout the league. But, John, you bring up a great point. I'm going to keep an eye on it when I do watch the other games on weekends, how the tackling is around the NFL. I do want to keep an eye on that.
Well, I think tackling around the NFL is terrible. I've never seen it worse. I've never seen more just like the arm tackles, fundamentally.
Is it, though, that there's now 6'5", 260-pound, athletic as hell tight ends, 6'4", 225-pound, solid as a rock receivers? I mean, could it be that, too,
No, absolutely.
Look at this Eagles team just as an example.
Ethan, by the way, chimes in, Pat, on our discussion back and forth.
What up, Ethan?
And Ethan sent me an NBC Sports Philadelphia rundown of the Barstool Sports podcast starting 9.
Okay.
With Bryce Harper after he signed with the Phillies.
Okay.
And on the podcast, he broke down the order with which teams came close to getting him. And it was Phillies, Dodgers.
Yeah.
And he broke it down. Dodgers were the number one team that he considered. It was going to be the Phillies or the Dodgers. And I don't remember him even, I didn't read this at the time or listen to it. And I do listen to some of Barstool stuff. I think they've got some really good stuff. He explains that the Dodgers were and Houston.
So the other team,
the final 3 was Dodgers, Houston. It's weird. He explains it, and
actually, Houston tried to trade for him.
He did.
And they had a deal in place for him, too. And then the owner of the Nationals nixed it.
His offer is, people talked about, guy said here it goes, it came down to the Phillies and San Fran. And it did not. I had one DMer say, it came down to Phillies and San Fran. Harper explains, it did not. He said, my fear with San Francisco was
all their guys are kind of done. Buster Posey was going to be done possibly, or they were going to move him to first base. Brandon Belt only had 2 years left, so he was going to potentially be gone. Brandon Crawford, where was he going to be? I was worried that all their guys, that I would get there and they'd be gone.
Yeah, so the reason why they were in it, though, was because of their did you see their contract?
Oh, yeah.
It was like 1 or 2 years, $40 million.
Amazing.
And this is before Max Scherzer got $40 million. It was like, whoa. And they're one of the reasons why. That's one of the reasons why they're favored to get Judge. He wants to go out west. He went to Fresno State, but they kind of need that draw. But they've already offered guys like Harper that kind of ridiculous contract. So.
Dodgers offered him 4 years, $45 million a year.
That's ridiculous.
And they wanted him to. He said, "I don't want to go through free agency again in 4 years. Can you lengthen that out?" And so he said, he goes, he told them too, he goes, they're like, well, we don't want to extend it because you're going to want opt-outs. And he said, no. They said, you're a Boris client. You're going to want opt-outs.
Yeah, we all thought he was going to want opt-outs.
And he says, you're being a liar. No, I don't. It's not my thing. I want 11 to 13 years. And that's where the Dodgers just said they didn't trust it. And they wouldn't go that further. So it was that White Sox were one of his most intriguing teams.
I remember
he explains.
them going after him. Yeah,
he said the White Sox were one of his most intriguing teams, and then they signed somebody. Let me see here what it was.
I'm trying to think who they signed.
They after they fell short in the bidding for Manny Machado, Chicago reportedly pulled out of the Harper sweepstakes. Although no reason was included in the report, Machado's 10-year, $300 million deal with the Padres served as a benchmark for what Harper was then looking for, and the White Sox ownership said they've never signed a player to a deal of that size and they wouldn't commit to it.
Okay.
But he was very committed to playing for the Dodgers and not the Cubs. I mean, White Sox and not the Cubs.
I knew that.
If he was going to Chicago, it wasn't going to be for the Cubs. And the Yankees were truly never...
Which is surprising. Everyone kind of tagged
finalist.
The Yankees with him because of the fact he grew up as a Yankees fan.
It's
it's the Yankees.
It's a really interesting read, and you can find it. NBC Sports Washington had it a breakdown of the Barstool Sports podcast, and it's really interesting because I swear to you, I missed that, and I missed him explain. He walks you through the entire process of every team, and saying that the Dodgers, if they had been willing to get up there. More years, but he wanted 11 to 13 years.
And where did he end up going, John?
He went here.
Oh, okay.
Because John Middleton.
That's right.
He came to
John Middleton said,
best owners in sports.
I'll do it. And John Middleton signing that deal, the Dodgers may have extended to 8. They were willing to consider potentially extending to 8. They wouldn't go 11. And Harper says, and now, you're 4 years in, right?
Yeah.
The Dodgers are kicking themselves.
Probably, yeah. I mean,
they're kicking themselves.
They're about to lose Trey Turner.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to be one that just haunts them today.
I still can't believe they're paying him $25 million a year. Like you see what guys are getting now. I thought it at the time of like, you kind of thought he was going to get 30, 35 a year. I couldn't believe that he took more years and less money. And then you find out he took less money because he wanted to give them the flexibility to go out and sign other guys and not pull an Aaron Rodgers.
Well, this is where I rip Aaron Rodgers and guys like him, because this is what you then cry about how your roster is. In a salary cap sport. Bryce Harper's not in a salary cap sport. So Bryce Harper doing it is actually even more admirable that he took less money than he could have potentially gotten over the long term. That, to me, and then you get a salary cap sport and you got a guy like Rodgers who says, no, you're going to give me every last dime. And then when the roster sucks because of it, you're going to complain that the roster sucks.
Well, yeah, but you're going to compare that to Tom Brady, who never did it. But he's the anomaly, isn't he? What great quarterbacks
Peyton
that are
later
he's gone, not
career.
now.
Okay.
Like, what great quarterbacks, quarterbacks out there now aren't getting top dollar. Like Dak Prescott's getting top dollar. Look around the league. I think they're getting the most they can get, and they're not bargaining, saying let's. I think that's more incumbent on the GM. If the Eagles are gonna pay Jalen Hurts what they think he's worth, they're gonna give him top dollar. Do you think that's going to handcuff them?
I don't believe the Eagles. No. I don't believe the Eagles are going to pay Mahomes money. I don't believe they're going to get. He's not going to get top dollar. The Eagles are not going to pay.
For him, he'll get top dollar.
No. Top dollar is top dollar on the market. It doesn't mean top dollar for you. Top dollar means Aaron Rodgers.
Well, you only earn it if you're one of the top quarterbacks in the league. All right, Aaron Rodgers is one of the top quarterbacks in the league. Patrick Mahomes, all right, the money he's paid. They still have people there. They had to get rid of some. They still have Travis Kelce. They still have dangerous receivers. They still have everything.
They have guys that were under.
Josh Allen is going to make a boatload of money. They're not going to not all of a sudden have a Stephon Diggs or something like that. Like, all these quarterbacks get top dollars. I think the Aaron Rodgers situation that you point out all the time, I think that's more incumbent on the GM. I really do. I think you have to manage that, and we're spoiled here.
Oh, we are.
We are so spoiled here with the job that Howie does with the money because, like Jamie used to always say, I don't worry about the money because he always takes care of it. And it's
he
true.
does. He
we
does.
went into this year, we go into next year with unsure of whatever, but now there's no unsureness again.
If you are a person who's been to Phillies games this past year, or you're a person that has gone to Phillies games many, many times over the past, and you want to take part in a little focus group discussion I want to have, you can join us at 610-632-0975. We're going to have it amongst ourselves, and I want you to join in the conversation. 610-632-0975. It's the John Kincade Show. Hopefully your Thursday's going great here on 97.5 The Fanatic. With winter right around the corner, I'm telling you, this cold weather, it's going to hit you hard coming up Sunday night, Monday night. If your furnace is not ready for the challenge, get it checked out now. With H&H Heating and Air Conditioning, they've got a $59 gas furnace tune-up. So what they're doing is they're coming to your house. It includes a carbon monoxide safety check, and they make sure that your furnace is ready for the nasty winter ahead. We had ours done in the beginning of October because my wife plans for these things. And we do it in the fall and in the spring every single year. If you need a new system, H&H is going to give you rebates of up to $1,500, or you can get 0% financing for 18 months if you're a qualified buyer. If you own a home, you know you need this. You know you got to have an HVAC person that is on speed dial ready in case you have an emergency or in case you just want to have your system maintained. So go to DelcoHVAC.com. I love the Hoke brothers. They have been taking care of Delco, Montco, Philadelphia, Chester County, Delaware for years. Schedule your $59 tune-up today, and you're going to see why they have over 1,000 five-star reviews online. That's DelcoHVAC.com, and tell them the Kincade sent you.
The John Kincade Show.
Talking sense into people isn't really my thing. In fact, I'm better at the opposite.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
At T-Mobile, we believe people deserve more without paying more. That's why the new iPhone 14 with its amazing camera is on us, and Apple TV Plus is included.
Wow, it's like expecting a Christmas caroler.
Deck the hall with boughs of holly.
But getting a whole choir.
Deck the hall with boughs of holly.
With an epic horn section, too.
It's the season to be jolly.
It's so cool. I'm capturing it all with the amazing camera on my new iPhone 14.
And at T-Mobile, you also get our price lock guarantee, which means we won't raise the price of your rate plan for talk, text, or data. So what are you waiting for? Switch to T-Mobile and get iPhone 14 on us with eligible trade-in on our Max plan. And get Apple TV Plus included. Get used to getting even more from T-Mobile.
With 24 monthly bill credits plus tax for well-qualified customers. Contact us before canceling service to continue remaining bill credits or credit stop and balance and a required finance agreement is due. Apple TV Plus on us up to $4.99 value. Price lock for rate plan price of current on-network service for eligible lines. Excludes taxes, fees, promos, and third-party services. See T-Mobile.com for details.
Hi guys, it's Andrew with Oak Hills Medical Clinic. Are you struggling with ED and sick of the pills? Well, we have a major medical breakthrough that has helped thousands of men. Our wave technology is backed by 50 clinical studies, including from Cambridge University. It's proven to increase blood flow by repairing blood vessels. No pills and no side effects. If you're ready to put a stop to your ED and turn back the clock in the bedroom, call us now. And not only will the assessment and blood flow ultrasound be free, we'll also include something unique that produces immediate results in the bedroom. I don't think I've ever heard of it failing. This offer is worth $600, but it's free to those that call in the next 2 minutes. 215-302-9999. That's 215-302-9999. Guys, put a stop to your ED and get your love life back. Call Oak Hills Medical Clinic now to qualify for this unprecedented offer. 215-302-9999.
There's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there's a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest, reliable network, the peace of mind that comes with Security Edge, helping to protect all your connected devices, and the most reliable 5G mobile network. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with fast, reliable internet for just $49 a month for 12 months with no annual contract. Plus, find out how to get up to a $500 prepaid card with a qualifying bundle. Offer ends 11/13/2022. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 50 megabits per second internet customers only. Requires enrollment in EcoBill and AutoPay. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. Comcast Business Mobile utilizes the network with the most Root Metrics 5G data reliability wins in 1H 2022. Results may vary. Award is not an endorsement.
This football season, you can turn game days into paydays when you visit FanDuel Sportsbook at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. With more than 20 TVs, you'll never miss a play. And with over 30 betting kiosks, it's easy to get in on the action with America's #1 sportsbook. Plus, enjoy exclusive events and promotions. Visit FanDuel Sportsbook at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. Open 7 days a week. 21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Why wait to save? Dell Technologies Black Friday event arrives early with select deals on top tech to power business productivity. The savings start now with up to 48% off performance business PCs powered by 12th Gen Intel Core processors. Don't forget special pricing on the latest monitors, docks, and accessories, including free shipping on everything. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL for Black Friday deals. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Every driver needs a car, and this is the month to get yours. Gateway Kia connects you with the hottest new Kia models, the best selection, all ready for immediate delivery. Gateway Kia has new Kia Souls below MSRP. Or choose a Telluride, Sorento, or Forte, and find the best price on a huge selection of quality pre-owned vehicles at Gateway Kia in Warrington, Quakertown, or online at shopgatewaykia.com. Hope to see you at Gateway Kia.
Anticipation is building. The holidays are just around the corner, and at the Home Depot, we can't wait. With Black Friday savings all through November, you can count down to Christmas early with a Santa Countdown Inflatable Special Buy, only $69.98. Or anticipate when friends and family come to visit with an entrance full of LED lights that will welcome them and the holidays with open arms. Get the holiday magic started early. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Hey, it's Cuz. I hate to say it, but winter's coming. So don't worry. Do what I did and be prepared with an Aaron's, the king of snow. Every Aaron's two-stage snow throw is handcrafted in the USA with powerful engines that won't bog down in any condition. I love my Aaron's snow thrower, especially when I need it most to get me cleared out and on the road fast. Aaron's builds the toughest machines for the worst conditions with a model to fit every need. Throw back when old man winter dishes out with an Aaron's, the king of snow. Visit your local independent Aaron's dealer today.
Hey, it's Coach. We have Falcons and Panthers and Thursday night football tonight. And this morning, I used my Caesars Sportsbook app, threw some cash down on a few of the items for the game. And for all new users to the Caesars Sportsbook app, your first bet with Caesars, it's on them. Just download that Caesars Sportsbook app. Do it right now. Use the promo code RADIOFULL. Then all you have to do is make that first bet. Tonight, I'm going with Atlanta, giving 2.5 to the Panthers, as well as taking the under 42 total points. And also went with the super boost of Marcus Mariota and P.J. Walker, each recording a completion over 29.5 yards. So here's the thing. You want to take some of those bets. If you don't win on that first bet, you're going to get your money back as a free bet up to $1,250. And when you bet with Caesars, you're going to earn towards stays at some of Caesars' iconic locations, plus rewards for a lot of really cool items like dinners, tickets for events, and a lot more. But you have to remember, use that promo code RADIOFULL. Caesars Sportsbook open to new users in New Jersey who are 21 and over. If qualifying bet loses, bet amount returned is a credit. Must use within 14 days. See Caesars.com/promo for full terms. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.